Yeah, my name is Rachel, and I was a surrogate for an Italian couple, Ciro and Francesco. I had 3 pregnancies for them. 2 of them unfortunately ended in miscarriage, but the last one was a successful pregnancy, and I gave birth to their child, Elia. I had given birth to my last child in April of 2020. It was a couple days after I gave birth, and I was like, wow, I miss being pregnant. And I had joked for a long time with some of my family members that I love being pregnant. I was like, hey, do you want me to carry your kids for you? For some reason on my Facebook, I started getting advertisements for surrogacy. And I went on to a Facebook group, a Canadian surrogacy group, and there's people from all over the world in there, and lots of intended parents were looking for surrogates. And all of a sudden, a year later, in the spring of 2021, this story popped up from Ciro and Francesco, and immediately it felt like my heart came out, and I was like, wow, I want to be friends with these people. And so I messaged them. We immediately set up a video call, and we started talking, and we were getting along like friends, just kind of getting to know each other. And over the course of a couple weeks, it was like, I want to be a surrogate for you. And for us, because I had never been a surrogate before, and this was their first time too, it was like, let's go through an agency. The people there, they're knowledgeable in surrogacy. They know the different lawyers because there's a contract that needs to be made. And then it also states within the contract, and this is super important, that the child is not mine, that the child is Ciro and Francesco's, and that I cannot claim the child as my own. It is legally binding.
Did you get any money?
Now in Canada, surrogacy is altruistic. And what that means is that we're being a surrogate out of the kindness of our hearts, and they can't send me money. What that means is that anything that is related to the health of a pregnancy is reimbursed. I'm literally the perfect person to be a surrogate. I want other people to be a family. My family's complete. So why can't I be pregnant for someone else? And then you go into it knowing that this isn't my child. I'm not getting pregnant, essentially. It's that there's someone else's child, and they're just using my body for the pregnancy. And it's a very beautiful act of me being able to it sometimes gives me chills that wow, I have someone else's baby inside me. It's so cool. So when the baby comes out, it's like, here's your child, congratulations. And you look over and you see these 2 parents just crying with tears in just this beautiful moment of they're holding their child for the first time. And essentially I view myself like a babysitter. So that's my one thing to say, that it's not me giving away my child. There's traditional surrogacy, and then there's gestational surrogacy, which is someone else's egg and their sperm, and they make the embryo and then put it in me. So it has none of my DNA. And that's what I chose to do. And some women are okay with traditional surrogacy. I wasn't, however. I was like, I'm comfortable with carrying someone else's egg, not my own. From the moment I met them, almost 2 years ago now, we have been messaging and having video calls every couple days, messaging almost every day, and especially during the pregnancy. They had actually came out for Christmas one year. They came out for New Year's. And that was after I'd had my first miscarriage for them. And they came out for a week and a bit, and we got to meet each other, and then they went back to Italy. And then they ended up coming out the following Christmas again, and that's when I was giving birth to their child. And we have a really amazing relationship, and we plan on, I'm currently actually saving up for my partner and I to go to Italy, and they want to come back to Canada and visit us. And so we plan on being friends for a lifetime.
Were they in the room when you gave birth? In the room in the hospital?
Yeah, right there, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was really amazing. Yeah, I wanted them to be there. I'm very comfortable with them. I wanted them to witness their child being born for the first time. So for me, it was my first surrogacy experience, but seeing the different agencies and the different people who have been surrogates for a long time. I met a lady, she had been a surrogate 8 times. She loved doing it. She loved giving people the gift of family. There was a little bit of education with my family, and it was a little hard for my mother too. They have more traditional religious backgrounds, which I don't align with religions. So for me, it was just it's okay, Mom, that you don't understand it. This is something that I want to do. It's my body, my choice. And it's okay that, like, I know that you want the best for me. I know that you love me and you want me to have a really good life. And she's like, of course I do. I'm like, and that's okay, Mom. Like, we can agree to disagree.